was a kid, I used to have a catapult. I had a great pleasure in stretching the elastic and releasing the pebble at various targets, be they tin cans or glass bottles. So you can see I was a bit of a vandal. But one thing I learned about those things was it doesn't matter how slowly you stretch a catapult, it releases just as quick. Now, how many times have your mate said to slow down? I never tell people to slow down. They just become slow and bad rather than quick and bad. Nothing really changes. I love the catapult mentality. If you can remember, it doesn't matter how slowly you stretch the catapult, it releases just as quick. Now the golf swing is like stretching 3 catapults simultaneously. You imagine a big catapult in my hand, that's the body, and then 2 half-size catapults, forearms and wrists. And what I'm doing is I'm stretching all 3 catapults and releasing them together. So when you work in Explanar, that's what you're doing. You're stretching 3 catapults. So the major one is the shoulder turn. Because when you turn the shoulders, you've got half a golf swing. Your torso, your hips, your leg action and your weight shift are being dragged into life by the weight of the roller. So that's half your power right there. Now, if you look at the forearms, they rotate 90 and 180. That's the way they're made. So your second catapult is your shoulders and your forearms. That takes you to 3/4 of a swing. And the thing with forearm rotation, if you don't use it, you fade it. And if you use it, you draw the ball. So what's the missing element? It's wrist hinge. Can you imagine stirring a bowl of eggs with a stiff wrist? That's all you could do. You could stir. If you could release the wrist, you could whisk them. You couldn't play darts with a stiff wrist, nor could you play pool or snooker. We have to have an element of wrist hinge. So the first catapult is the shoulder, the second catapult is the forearm, and the third catapult is the wrists. So we are stretching those 3 catapults as one to release them as one. If those 3 catapults are quick or separated or not synchronized, then they won't be together as impact. The beauty of Explanar is you're blending the 3 hinges together, the 3 catapults. You're loading the shoulder, the forearms and the wrists as one. And if they are blended into one movement, the flow of power is great. Now then, let's go back to the idea of stretching a catapult. We can stretch the catapult smoothly and release freely. We load the left shoulder under the throat, we release the hands. Now, if you can do that for 3 or 4 minutes, twice a day, you'll add power to your driver, and guess what? You'll gain accuracy, you won't lose it. So here we are on the 7th tee of the Marquis. I'm going to load the 3 catapults and release them as one. Load and release. You see, if you blend the 3 catapults together, if you stretch them simultaneously, they release simultaneously. And when that happens, you've got power and you've definitely got accuracy.